All right, let's just get right into it. This is for all the marketing leaders out there, the CMOs who feel like they are just drowning in a sea of data. You know who you are. If your days are spent staring at dashboards instead of actually driving strategy, then you're in the right place. No, really, take a second and think about it. How many hours did you actually lose last week? Was it 5, 10, maybe even more? All that time you spent just hunting down numbers, bouncing between Google Analytics and your ad platforms, trying to stitch a coherent story together, that's precious time you were not spending building your brand. Now, what if all of that busy work just happened, like magic? The data gets pulled, the insights are surfaced, and a simple, clean summary lands right in your Slack or your inbox. And you? You get to focus on the big picture stuff you were actually hired to do. That's the world we're talking about today. But before we get to that promised land, we have to be honest about the problem. We need to call it what it is: the modern CMO's grind. It is a frustrating, exhausting reality for way too many leaders. I bet this looks painfully familiar. You've become the bottleneck, right? Your whole team is just waiting for you to review a dashboard or sign off on something. You are living in reporting hell, where every Monday is a 3-hour slog of pulling stats. You're always firefighting, finding problems way too late because nobody can watch everything 24/7, and it all adds up to this exhausting, endless context switching. 1 minute you're an analyst, the next a strategist, then a manager. You never get to focus. And this line says it all, doesn't it? You took this job for the creativity, the vision, the excitement of building a brand. But the day-to-day reality? It feels a lot more like building spreadsheets. Okay, but what if we could just completely flip that script? Let's stop focusing on the problem for a minute and paint a picture of the solution. Let's imagine what your new Monday morning could actually look like. So, picture this. It's 7 a.m. on Monday. You've just poured your first cup of coffee. But instead of that feeling of dread, that here we go again grind of pulling reports, you glance at your phone. There's a Slack notification from your AI analyst. The weekly brief is already done. And here's the game changer. It's not just a data dump, it's an insight. Hey, traffic's up 12%, that's great, but conversion's down 3%. And it doesn't stop there. It tells you the likely cause. Something's wonky with the mobile checkout, and it even suggests your next move. Recommend an A/B test. That's actionable intelligence before you've even finished your coffee. And it gets even better. It's not just looking inward at your data, it's your lookout on the entire competitive landscape. It's automatically flagged that your competitor, Brand X, just launched a whole new positioning. It's analyzed their messaging and already put together a few potential response options for you to think about. This is high-level strategic work delivered to you on a silver platter. And this isn't just a Monday morning one-off. This value keeps flowing all week long. That board deck you need to build? It's auto-generated, with the charts, insights, and talking points ready to go. Trying to figure out the next campaign? The agent will propose 3 different angles based on your company's OKRs, complete with budget estimates. You get a steady, curated stream of intel on trends and news, the signal, not the noise. And the result of all this? The big payoff? You're back in the driver's seat. You get to be the strategist again, the leader, instead of being trapped in the tactical weeds as a spreadsheet monkey. Okay, so that vision sounds pretty incredible, right? But how does it actually become reality? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the fix. This is your new AI analyst in action, showing you the tangible things it produces. So here's a peek at that weekly brief we talked about. It is built for speed and clarity. You get a quick, top-level summary. Here are the wins, here's what needs attention. Then you can go into a deep dive, like this analysis of the mobile conversion drop, which even includes heat maps. But the most important part is right at the bottom. Clear, actionable recommendations. No guesswork required. And that competitor watch? It's just as specific. This isn't some vague alert. We're talking critical, tactical intelligence. It's detecting a brand new landing page and a messaging shift from brand X. It's flagging that brand Y just cranked up their ad spend by 40% on Meta, and they're targeting your keywords. This is the kind of stuff that helps you stay ahead of the game. Now for my favorite part, what about those last-minute fire drills? This is where it really feels like magic. You just send a simple text, generate the Q1 board deck, focus on CAC trends, and 5 minutes later, boom, a draft is ready. 12 slides, exec summary on slide 2. Just think about the hours, maybe even days that single request just saved you. Okay, so we've seen the problem, we've seen the vision, we've seen the fix. So how do you get there? Let's talk about the bridge. the Marketing Copilot Setup. This is how we make it all happen for you. It's a really simple 4-step, completely done-for-you process. First, we securely connect all your data sources, your GA4, meta ads, CRM, whatever you're using. Second, we build out all the automated reporting workflows that power your briefs and deep dives. Third, we configure the tracking for your top 5 or 10 competitors. And finally, and this is crucial, we train the AI agent on your brand, your voice, and your goals, so its output is always perfectly tailored to you. We wanted to make getting started a total no-brainer, so that entire white glove setup, connecting everything, building the reports, configuring the tracking, and training your agent, is just a one-time fee of $349.
And then, once it's all up and running, it's just $99 a month to keep your 24/7 AI analyst on the job.
So, to be perfectly clear, here's what you get. You get that automated weekly marketing brief, you get the competitor intelligence digest, you get the power to generate research and decks whenever you want, and you get proactive performance alerts whenever a key metric moves in the wrong direction. Let's just put that into perspective for a second. You are literally getting the output of a full-time marketing analyst and an operations coordinator combined for less than $100 a month. The ROI on this is it's immediate and it's massive. And that really brings us to the end here. It all boils down to a pretty fundamental choice. A choice about how you want to spend your time and how you want to lead your team. It's a choice between staying on the hamster wheel or stepping into a new, more powerful way of operating. This is the choice, right here. On one side, you have the before, drowning in dashboards, chasing metrics, building spreadsheets. On the other side, you have the after, leading marketing, driving strategy, and finally, building brands. So the next step is simple. Book a demo. Seriously, bring your dashboards. We will show you exactly what an automated brief would look like with your own data. And to make this decision even easier, the first 10 CMOs who book a demo will get the entire competitor tracking setup absolutely free. That's a $500 value. It's time. Stop drowning in dashboards and start leading your marketing.